So y'all know foreclosures are my bread and my butter. So I decided to bring you guys the 8 options that you need to present to a pre-foreclosure seller. Now, I usually don't go through all 8, right? I usually do a little differently, but I want to give you all 8 options just so they're out there, okay? So I changed up my initial pitch when I talked to foreclosures. I used to be like, hey guys, I have these options for you to look at, blah blah blah. That kind of worked, but now I'm straight to the point now, right? I try to get them on my team first, right? They're in foreclosure, they have a lot going on. Their phone is getting blown up by people who want to buy their house. So I want to come in with a different approach and let them know, like, hey, I'm not trying to buy your house off rip. I want to see what your situation is, see how I can help, and then go from there. So I go, hey, Mr. Seller, is this Johnny? Yes, this is Johnny. Hey, Johnny, this is Johnny. Look, man, I'm not trying to buy your house out from underneath you, but I do have a few options that could really help you guys out if you're interested. And then I shut up and hear what they have to say. They either say no, they either say fuck you, or they ask me what the options are. Bam, I got some options. So what I do is I give them the 3 options. There's 4, but I give them 3 options to stay in the house, right? So they're like, yeah, what are the options? Well, my first question is, well, what is it exactly that you want to do? Do you want to stay in the house or do you want to sell and start fresh? 9 times out of 10, they'll say they want to stay in the house. Okay, perfect. Have you done a loan modification? Loan modification, option number 1. I'd be like, yeah, have you tried a loan modification? No, I haven't. Well, loan modifications are the number 1 way to stay in the house. It modifies the loan, puts the arrears on the back of the loan, and allows you to just start making payments as usual. Have you done that yet? They either say yes or no. If they say no, then be like, hey, I really suggest that tomorrow you get on the phone with your mortgage company, go to the loss mitigation department, and apply for a loan modification. Okay, awesome. Hey, I'm going to give you a call in about a week just to see where you're at in that process. And 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, okay, cool. I add them right to my CRM, give them a call in a week. Because foreclosures are a slow process. It's very seldom that the first phone call you get a pre-foreclosure seller, they're ready to sign on the dotted line with you. It takes time. It takes a little massaging. So that's my thing. Loan modification is the number 1 option. The number 2 option, if they say, no, I haven't done it, or you get this a lot, yes, I have done it, and I got denied. Okay. Well, that's the number 1 way to stay in the house. Have you thought about a personal loan? Getting it from a friend or a family member that will allow you to pay them back just to get your home reinstated. 9 times out of 10, they say no. But that's the second option, getting a personal loan. Or sometimes, I haven't thought about that. Well, yeah, just if you have any family members, I know it's not an easy conversation, but it might be worth it if you have it, just to see if they can, spot you a little bit and get you out of this tough place, and I'll let you catch up. The third option, I'm always like, yeah, this isn't the best option, but it is an option out there. And that's just to file bankruptcy. Filing bankruptcy will stop the foreclosure for now, but it's not a permanent solution unless they do the bankruptcy right. And 9 times out of 10, what I've seen, they're not doing it right? So I'm not a lawyer, guys. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the whole thing on bankruptcy. I'm going to learn it over time, but I do not know the whole thing on bankruptcy. So that's what I tell the sellers too. I'm like, hey, have you filed bankruptcy? It's not the best option, but it's out there if you need it. I'm not a lawyer. So, I really think you should consult a lawyer about bankruptcy first. I'm just a guy on the phone. I just know that's an option that could help you out. So I give them that, and I let them know that I'm not a lawyer and I'm not telling them what to do. Now, that's usually where the ball stops. Those are usually the 3 options I give them on the first phone call, and then I go from there, right? I find out more about the situation, and then I find out which selling way makes the most sense, whether that be listing it with an agent because they're super money motivated, or that's a quick cash offer, or whether that's sub 2 because they have no equity. So I'm just going to go through all the options. I have them written down here so I don't miss them. I just went through the top 3 that I give them, right? And that's a loan mod, that is a personal loan, and that is filing bankruptcy. Those are the 3 that I give on the first call. The 4th one, if they want to keep their house, is if they just turn a couple bedrooms into a rental property, right? So they can Airbnb out a couple rooms, get the money in a month and go on their way, reinstate the loan. I never give them that option because nobody wants to turn their living quarters into a rental, especially the people that are in foreclosure, especially the people that we're talking about. I've never thrown that option out there just based off of the conversation and how it goes. It just really doesn't fit the flow, so I just completely got rid of it. But that is an option. All right, so the fifth option, if they want to sell and start fresh, if they're super money motivated and they have time, but hey, have you thought about listing it with an agent? Have you thought about going with an agent? They're either going to tell you, yeah, my buddy's an agent, I might have them listed. Okay, perfect. Then I tell them about how much it costs to sell a property on the market. Factor in about 10% to sell it. So then we discuss their loan. Then we discuss how much they're going to end up paying an agent. Then we discuss how much they're going to walk away with in their pocket. It's a very simple process. So I like to tell them that when I tell them, oh, have you listed with an agent? If they're talking about yes. If I say, oh, have you listed with an agent? They're like, oh, no, I don't want to list with an agent. Bam, I immediately go into a cash offer. But before we get to the cash offer, let me slow down. The sixth option that I just said, the fifth option that I just said is an agent listing. The sixth option is to renovate the property and list with an agent. So that's going to cause them to renovate it first. I never give this option out because I don't think it fits the whole box for these sellers. I don't think it makes sense. So I don't tell them to renovate and list. But that is a way that they can get out of foreclosure. The seventh option now is the cash offer. That's where I talk about an agent. If they say, oh, I don't want to go with the agent, bam, I go straight into a cash offer. Well, have you considered a cash offer? Yeah. Okay, well, how much are you looking to get? That's always my first question. How much are you looking to walk away with? That is my first question. All these gurus say don't ask what that is. I'm going to ask. As soon as they say they want to sell, how much do you want? Bam, I grill them. How much do you want for your property? Oh, I don't know. Give me a number. I'm not in the business of just throwing out random numbers. I really want to help sellers. So I want to know what your number is just so I can get as close as possible to it. And then I go from there. All right? Now, with the cash offer, the eighth option and the last option is obviously sub 2, right? Which what I've done more sub 2s in the foreclosure realm than cash just because it makes more sense because a lot of these people don't have a lot of equity and they don't have a lot of time. So I just, based on that conversation about the cash offer, how much you looking to walk away with, getting information, how much is left on your loan, blah, 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 blah. Once they start telling me about that, wheels start turning in my head about, okay, so a sub 2 might be best. So then I just explain this whole sub 2 process to them. All right? So from 1 through 8, number 1, a loan modification. Number 2, a personal loan from family or friends. Number 3, filing bankruptcy. Number 4, turning it into a rental. Doing the whole rental thing. Number 5, an agent listing. List with an agent. Number 6, renovate the property first and then list with an agent. That's always an option. Number 7, a quick and easy cash offer. And then number 8, doing a nice sub 2 transfer. All right, so those are the 8 options. All right, I was gonna go ahead and just make a whole little paper about it, but if you're interested in knowing these 8 options, then I suggest you do it like I did and watch this video again with your notepad out and get to writing them down. How about that, right? Instead of me doing extra work, how about y'all do a little work? Get it going. But yeah, those are the 8 options, man. And again, the 3 that I give people, the loan mod, the personal loan, and the bankruptcy. Every time I get on the phone and I tell them I have some options and they ask what the options are, well, are you looking to sell or are you looking to stay? I'm looking to stay. Okay, bam. Have you tried a loan mod? Have you tried doing a personal loan with your family or friends? Have you considered bankruptcy? If they want to sell, have you listed with an agent? Okay, you don't want to list with an agent? Do you have a cash offer? You think about a cash offer? No. Okay, based on what they're telling me about how much money they're going to make, sub 2 might make sense. Those are the options I use, but there's 8 total. So, write them down, look over them, and apply it best how you see fit if you start calling foreclosures. If not, then Don't worry about these options. Just go out there and make it shake. I'm going to holler at y'all later.